Let's talk about creating a career portfolio. Hey, welcome yet to a brand new episode. I'm your host, Dr. Faith Elizabeth Nanyonga. If you're listening in today, I'd like to take this minute to thank you for each and every time that you tune in to listen to me as I teach about career development and personal development. Your support is invaluable to me, and I don't take it for granted. If it's your first time here, welcome to the Solution podcast. And if you'd like to be a fan, there are 3 ways you can support this show and spread the love. Every single share, subscribe count matters, so do not think your efforts go unnoticed. The first way you could support this show is by leaving a review in Apple Podcasts. Reviews not only make the world a better place for me, as the podcast gets to many ears, but also rank our podcast higher in the podcast charts. You can subscribe to this podcast so that you do not miss out any episode as they are released. And also, you could choose to be a guest on the podcast by sending in an email. The email address is theframedsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you once again. Hi guys, welcome to a brand new episode. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what it takes to create a career portfolio and why you need to create yourself a career portfolio. If you haven't downloaded yourself the blueprint to career clarity, a link will be in the description of this episode. Please, I urge you to download this resource and use it to help you align your career goals to your future ambitions. Many of the people that have used my career clarity blueprint have come back with very, very good results. They've told me about how it's helped them find clarity, how it's helped them establish their vision for their careers, and helped them achieve the success they long for in their careers. So if that's what you're after, please get this resource and use it to help you streamline your career to your goals and your ambition. A link will be in the description of this episode. On this season, we've talked about lots of things. We've talked about overcoming fear, building confidence, creating self-awareness. But one thing that is often disregarded by many people is creating yourself a career portfolio. In this episode, we're going to talk about what it takes to create a career portfolio and how to create yourself a career portfolio to help you stand out and get those collaborations, get those clients that you need to advance your career. So creating a career portfolio for your career is a very valuable way to showcase your skills, accomplishments, and work to potential employers, clients, or collaborators. Whether you're in the creative field, like design and writing, or in a technical field, like being a scientist as I am, or a business-oriented field, like being a business owner, a well-organized portfolio can help you stand out of the crowd. It can help you showcase your skills and also help you land amazing career opportunities. Here is a step-by-step guide to help you create yourself a career portfolio. Number 1, as always, you have to define your goals. Before you start creating your career portfolio, you have to clarify your objectives. How do you want the career portfolio to look like? Determine the purpose of this career portfolio. Do you want it for job hunting? Do you want it for freelance opportunity? Do you want it to be a media kit for other people to know about your services and the things you offer? Do you want it to be a promotion kind of portfolio or a personal branding kind of portfolio? Choose what you want your portfolio to showcase. Number 2, of course, you have to choose a format. There are so many ways to choose a format. One of them could be a physical portfolio, like it's printed out and you have it in your binding folder, or it could be something digital. Depending on your industry and preferences, you can create yourself a physical binder or an online portfolio website. Online portfolios are more accessible and can reach a wider audience. You can put this link in your social media, in your LinkedIn, and anywhere that you showcase the work that you do. Let's say I have a newsletter that I send out almost every week. On that newsletter, I can decide to include a link to my portfolio. I have a YouTube channel where I showcase my life and things that make my life tick. I can include a link of my portfolio in the description of my YouTube channel. I have a LinkedIn page where I showcase my career and professional lifestyle. I can include a link of my portfolio for anyone to see when they visit my LinkedIn profile. So online portfolios are more accessible. You just need a link and you can send it out to the audience that you want it to be received. Number 3 is to showcase your best work. Create your portfolio to showcase the best and most relevant work that you want your audience or your potential collaborator or employer or anyone that you want this portfolio to learn to. Focus on quality over quantity. Tailor your selection to match the goals and the target audience that you're after, and showcase it in such a way that you show the best of the work that you've done. The best of the work could be through testimonials from people that you've worked with or companies that you've worked with. It could be presentations that you've given. It could be news articles that you've featured in. It could be YouTube videos that you've done. It could be all about podcast episodes that you have done or any user-generated content that you've generated for anyone. A portfolio can be literally anything depending on what you want it to showcase. Of course, for it to be well curated, it needs to be organized and categorize your work. You can find that many of us have so many talents and many things that we do. So the best way to do this is to organize your work in such a way that it depicts the different buckets that your work falls in. I like to look at my portfolio as in buckets. Say, I have the fitness bucket where I write about my fitness and my well-being. I have the career development package where I write about things like my podcast, the presentations that I've made, the clients I've served, the things I've done. Then I like to talk about my professional lifestyle where I talk about the vaccine work that I do, the drugs and development work that I do at my professional work, and any other thing. So think about your portfolio in such a way that you're going to group it depending on the different things that you've done. Many of us have more than one skill and one thing that we do. So do not sell yourself short. Showcase all the components of your work, but choose the relevant ones to that audience that you're targeting them to. For example, if I'm making my portfolio and it's all about my YouTube channel, I won't put things that are irrelevant to my YouTube channel. I'll make it in such a way that I showcase what I've done on my YouTube channel to any potential sponsors or collaborators. You get the gist. Number 5 is to provide context. For each piece in your portfolio, include a brief description or a case study that explains the project, the role, the challenges you faced, and the results you achieved. Providing context can help other people who are reading your portfolio understand your work better. Number 6 is to have a visual consistency. This means that choose the right font to use for the different subheadings, the different subtitles, and the body of your portfolio. Number 7, as your skills improve, as you work on different projects, make sure you keep your portfolio up to date. Regularly update your portfolio with the latest work and achievement and remove any outdated information. You want this portfolio to sell you just like a CV. So make sure that you consistently update it with your relevant experience, with your relevant work, and also with your relevant achievements. Number 8, as you write your portfolio, make sure that you include some components of your resume. The components of your resume could include your biodata, just as you provide it on a resume, that highlights your skills, achievements, and experiences. This will provide a cohesive and comprehensive overview of your background. As I've already mentioned, make sure that you showcase any testimonials and references that you have achieved. This will be a very important aspect of your portfolio, because if you have the references and recommendations, they're going to sell you compared to your own word of mouth. People believe so much in what other people have to say than what you have to say. So make sure that you include testimonials, you include references, you include anything that increases your social proof. If you're going to have an online portfolio, make sure that it's a mobile-friendly portfolio. As many of us nowadays use our phones, to view almost everything. We use our phones to send emails, to update our social media, to write, create Google Docs and the like. So make sure that your portfolio is search engine optimized and also friendly to be used on a mobile device such as a phone or a tablet. It's very important for you to create your portfolio, but it's more important for you to promote your portfolio. It makes no sense for you to create a portfolio and you keep it in your folder. So make sure that you share your portfolio on your social media, on your LinkedIn and other professional networks. Consider including a link of your work in your email signature, especially if you send out emails to anyone. I've seen that many of the times when someone sends me an email, I'll read the entire email and get also to their signature to see if there's any links that I can click to. So make sure that you include a link in the signature of your email so that every time you send out an email to someone, there's a link that they can refer to that leads them to your portfolio. Creating a portfolio is not an easy task. So as you create your portfolio, seek any advice from your mentors, from colleagues or friends to ensure that it represents your work effectively, and it's going to help you showcase your skills in such a way that you're selling yourself, not underselling yourself. If your portfolio is online, make sure that you monitor and adjust it regularly. Keep an eye on your portfolio's performance and make adjustments based on the user engagement and feedback. Portfolios are very important, especially if you're in the freelancer business or you're trying to build a side hustle. So most times any website will be able to give you any feedback when it comes to the back end, showing you how many people have visited your portfolio, are there any comments, have they engaged with the portfolio. So use this information to adjust and make your portfolio better. As I conclude this episode, I would like to tell you that creating a portfolio is an ongoing process that evolves with your career. It's a powerful tool to help you demonstrate your skills, experiences, and value to potential employers or clients. So having an optimized portfolio is going to be very important in your career journey. Make sure you sit down and write it in such a way that it depicts who you truly are and what you want it to do for you. If you want to work with me on a one-to-one basis, please book yourself a 30 minutes free call. The link will be in the description of this episode. I hope you've learned something from this episode. And if you have, please rate and review wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. Share it with your family, friends, and those that you think are interested in career development. Also, follow me on the socials, which is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. The username is theframedsolutions. I can't wait to speak to you in the next episode. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.